Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. Newcastle MP Tim Crackenthorpe is urging the ACCC to appeal against a federal court ruling which allows restrictions on container freight to remain in place at the Port of Newcastle. The competition watchdog lodged an appeal over the sale of the port and attached clauses which gave container preference to Port Kembla and Port Botany and imposed penalties if Newcastle Port exceeded container limits. Tim Crackenthorpe says many on the Conservative side of politics want Newcastle to have a container terminal, except the Premier.
So we've got the State National Party, the Federal National Party, the Prime Minister, National and State Labor. Everyone wants this container terminal except the Premier. And I think she's got a name signed on that deed and she just doesn't want to lose face.
Hunter GP clinics say they've been inundated with bookings after the government eased age restrictions on adults receiving the AstraZeneca vaccine. Surgeries and clinics have been booked out for at least the next fortnight, with long waiting times for people who call to arrange an injection. Meanwhile, Hunter New England Health says COVID testing rates have nearly doubled in the past 3 weeks to June 27, with numbers expected to increase even further as testing stations across the region see a further spike in demand. Business Hunter is welcoming extra support for local businesses impacted by the latest COVID restrictions. The state government is providing grants of between $5,000 and $10,000 for small businesses, with the amount depending on the loss of turnover. Payroll tax will be deferred and the Dine and Discover program will be extended until August 31. Business Hunter CEO Bob Hawes has told NBN it's a welcome move.
It's really pleasing to see that they've seen fit to extend it right across the entire state, because we know we've got businesses up here that are suffering.
7 domestic violence support services in the Hunter will share in extra government funding for 45 providers across New South Wales. The funding will go towards much-needed refurbishments, extra crisis accommodation and improved security. Upper Hunter Homeless Support will get 2 new properties to help people escaping domestic violence, while Carey's Place at Maitland will get a purpose-built facility. Maitland councillor Sally Halliday has announced her intention to lodge a rescission motion against cuts to red bin services. Mayor Loretta Baker announced the move to a fortnightly bin service in May as part of a mayoral minute. Sally Halliday says the community has been left out of the decision-making process.
I just think it's a good idea to include the community where possible in decisions that actually affect everybody in the community, because we're the community representatives and so we should be listening to them. And I think that that's the main concern here.
And plans for an official opening of the new Cessnock police station have been put on hold due to the current COVID restrictions. The $13.5 million rebuild was completed early this year. The police minister and commissioner were due to join other dignitaries for today's opening, but it's been postponed with a new date to be advised.
2NURFM Sport.
Knight star Kalen Ponga has been named to make his return from a groin injury for the club's clash with North Queensland on Saturday. The match will be the fullback's first time playing alongside former Cowboys teammate Jake Clifford since his mid-season move to the Hunter. Clifford says he's excited for the chance to get a win over his old club.
Tried extra to beat them, I guess. I know all the boys there and how they play, so just excited for the challenge to get one over them.
Undefeated Aussie boxer Tim Tszyu says he's had enough of opponent Michael Zarafa's excuses ahead of their bout in Newcastle next week. There are fears Zarafa may pull out of the match amid rising COVID-19 concerns. New Lambton centre-back Serena Carter says she has no regret staying at the club during their rebuild following 2019's grand final win. The Eagles remain winless so far this WPL season, but Carter says she has faith the club will turn it around. And Raymond Terrace lawn bowler Natasha Van Elgerich has become the first woman to win 3 Australian Open singles titles after making history on the Gold Coast last week. And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 8, 26, 37, 7, 19, 36 and 12, and the supplementaries are 15 and 40. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.